Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Christine. I'm with Integrated Yoga Therapy, and I'm practicing with a group of folks from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. We're practicing live on Zoom today. And if you are interested in more information about Breastfriends, they're a wonderful, supportive organization, and their website is linked in the description box below. I'm going to be practicing from a chair today for most of today's practice, but I will offer options for standing. So from right here at the beginning, just make yourself safe in a chair that is sturdy and from which you can touch your feet on the ground. If your heels are not on the ground, and this is great for our working situation as well, it can put an extra strain on your low back. So just making sure that you are seated in a chair where your feet can be fully on the ground and they're not like dangling or lifted in the heels can be most supportive for your back body. So whether you want to sit or stand today, let's just go ahead and just kind of shake off the morning so far. So we'll just start to gently shake the arms out and maybe shake out a leg. And again, you can do this from seated or from standing. And then maybe shake out the other leg. And you can keep your hands down nice and low here, or maybe you reach them up alongside your ears, or maybe at shoulder height. And you might just kind of play with it a little bit. See what feels good in your body. Maybe you tap both feet a little bit. And just thinking about the day so far, the week so far, let's just have a few strong shakes here. Just shake it off. Whew. As if there's no paper towels in the bathroom. And then just come to rest with your hands at your sides or on your lap. And just notice what you notice happening in your body just after shaking things off for a little bit. You might notice a little sense of aliveness, a little bit of a buzz. And coming with your eyes closed might help you detect those sensations a little bit more. And then let's just begin to use our breath to keep ourselves anchored to this present moment. So we're going to do a practice. You may have heard of box breathing, where you inhale, hold, exhale, and hold the breath for like 4 equal beats or 3 beats, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. But today we're going to do a rectangular breath. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold the inhale for a count of 2, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold that exhale out for a count of 2 before we inhale for 4 again. Now I'm going to count this through a few times together, but if you find that 4 is too long or too short for you, you're welcome to use whatever count works best for you. So if it's inhaling for 2 and holding for 1, or inhaling for 6 and holding for 3, that's up to you. So I'm only going to count a few rounds, and then I will stop counting out loud so that you can find the count that works best for you today. So let's just come to that nice tall seat or standing, that tall spine. Feel both feet on the ground, especially grounded through the heels. Feel your pinky toes and your big toes on the ground. Take one full cycle of breath, just a natural breath, and then I'll begin. So let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain that exhale for 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold, 2, 1. Just continue on your own with the same count if that feels doable and beneficial for you. If a longer or shorter count makes more sense, go ahead and do that for yourself. We'll do 3 more rounds on our own. So I'll give a full minute to complete that. And as you're here, you might notice you can soften your jaw and your shoulders. Just let your arms be heavy and continue to feel your feet on the ground. Soften the muscles around your eyes. Let your belly be relaxed. When you finish your last round, that is the last round together, and just notice how you're feeling. Notice how that affects your mind, your thinking mind, your feeling body. Might create a little sense of anxiety. It might create a little sense of calm. There's no right or wrong thing. We're just gathering information about what works for each one of us. And then let's go ahead and begin to move the body a little bit. So let's just inhale and take a nice tall spine here. Press into your feet. And as you exhale, we're just going to bring the chin down towards the throat. Inhale to look up now towards the sky. And exhale, chin down to the throat. We're just moving the head here for now. I promise you we'll get to the rest of the body. One more time, inhale up to the sky. Exhale, bring your chin level to the earth. And then we'll inhale once again here, tall spine. Exhale, just tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And the weight of your head right here is enough to get a nice little stretch in the top of that left shoulder. And continue to breathe here, maybe finding that rectangular breath if you felt that helpful to keep you anchored here. And then as you're ready, begin to turn to look up towards the sky, any amount. So we just want a good stretch here. If you find any pinching or pain, come back a little farther forward. Just another couple breaths right here. Again, soften your gaze or close your eyes so you can really focus on the feeling sensations in the body. And then we'll turn to look forward again and bring the head right back up to the top of the spine. And just take a moment here, a breath or two, to just notice the differences in the two sides of your neck, how your shoulders feel. And then we'll take that left ear towards the left shoulder. Again, pressing into the feet, letting the heaviness of your head and gravity just be what it is. And then maybe turn to look up towards the sky. Again, just finding that first edge of sensation and not pushing beyond it, just looking for that good stretch. One more full breath right here. And then we'll take the gaze forward again, lift the head back up to the top of the spine, and just take note. Just pausing in between these movements to, again, gather information, see what's working for you. And then let's just make some little rolls in the head here. So let's inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, chin down towards the chest. And then we'll take that right ear over towards the right shoulder. And then to center, looking up any amount. And then left ear towards left shoulder and back down, chin to chest. And you might start to breathe here, inhaling as you circle right and up. Exhale as you circle left and down. One more time in this direction. And focus on how the front of the throat feels, the back of the neck. Notice all those subtle sensations. And the next time your chin comes down to your heart, we'll reverse the circles. Inhaling left and up and exhaling right and down. Move at your own pace with the pace of your breath. So that you might get just 2 or 3 circles, you might get 4 or 5 circles, just whatever works best for you. But when you feel about even on each side, we'll bring that chin right back down to the heart. And then inhale back up to the sky. And then chin level to the earth again, just noticing what you notice. And then let's get a little bit of movement in the shoulders here. So we've had a request for stretching the skin around the arms and the shoulders from some scarring. So let's begin to warm up those shoulders. So let's just let the hands dangle down at the sides. And again, you can do this from your chair or from standing. And we'll just take them out kind of a little farther away from the hips, maybe 30, 40 degree angle here. And we're just gonna gently rotate a little side and side. So just moving at the shoulders, the hips are staying right where they are. And then you might begin to get a little bit deeper here, getting into the waist and the ribs, but the hips are nice and grounded. And maybe you might bring your arms up a little higher, but keep them as low as feels good to you. Palms can be facing down here. And then let's turn the palms up. So whether we're down low or up high, just notice how that feels in the shoulders and the upper arms. And if you're standing, maybe now you let your hips get a little bit involved. You might take your feet out a little wider. And from the chair, this looks like a little wider, a little farther forward on your seat. But again, that's optional. Just getting as into it as you feel is right for you. And then we'll come back to center, feet underneath the knees. And let's bring the fingertips right here to the caps of the shoulders. And let's just inhale to lift the elbows out and up, and exhale to draw them in. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, let's inhale up and exhale down. And then let's inhale up and then exhale, draw those elbows towards one another. Inhale out And exhale towards the center. And you're just moving to the edge of sensation here. So your elbows might touch, they might not get anywhere near one another, but we're just looking for that good stretch. One more time, let's inhale, open those elbows up, and then from here, let's just make some circles with the elbows. In one direction, and then reverse your circles. And the next time the elbows point down to the ground, let them open up, palms facing forward, mountain pose. And just notice what you're feeling in your shoulders. Notice what you're feeling in your heart. And then let's get a little bit more movement here. So we are going to sit on the edge of our chair looking to the left. So again, you can be doing this standing. If you're doing it standing, you might want to be near a chair or near a wall, and I'll show some options for that. You can stay right here with both sit bones on the chair, or you can scoot towards the front edge of your chair and let those toes, let that knee kind of come down towards the ground in a little lunge. And that might be very far forward, it might be very far back. If you're standing, you might just step back. Little lift of the heel here, but we want to make sure the front heel is down. So whether you're sitting right here with both sit bones on the chair or with a little lunge, we're going to hold on to the back of the chair or to a wall with the left hand and inhale to reach that right arm up as high as you're able, making sure that you can touch the floor here with this front heel. Breathe here. And then we'll all take that right arm down to shoulder height and bring that arm to the left shoulder if you're standing, or to the chair if you're sitting, and just find a little bit of a twist. Now, if you're sitting on a chair where you don't have much of a back to the chair, maybe you're holding on to the seat. If you're standing here and you're in your lunge, you might have your hands at your heart and just twist a little bit to the left. Or maybe your hands are up to the sky. Again, you're just looking for what works best for you. Explore all of the options and see what you like the best. So we're twisting here. We're looking over to our left now. And as you're breathing here, you might find that rectangular breath again. Sit up nice and tall. Let your right knee be heavy. One more inhale. And then let's exhale, untwist. Here we might keep that right hand to our right thigh or our left thigh, up to shoulder height or all the way up to the sky. And this time we're going to just take a little side bend. Right knee is heavy, reaching over with these right fingertips towards your left. One more full breath here. And then let's inhale to reach that right arm back high to the sky. Exhale to release. And then we'll turn to do the opposite side. And if you're standing, of course, you can just step back from where you are. Again, both sit bones on the chair, one in this lunge position. So you're kind of scoot towards the front edge of your chair. Make sure your whole right thigh is grounded. And you might keep both arms low here and find your twist. Or you might start out by elongating this left arm. Couple breaths here, letting that left knee be drawing down towards the ground, and then release the left arm and find the back of your chair to deepen your twist any amount. Couple breaths here, drawing that left knee down. One more inhale, exhale, unwind. And then again here, you can keep this left arm down and take your side bend right here, or you might reach that left arm up and side bend here. Couple of breaths, just opening up the whole inner arm on the left side. And even if the arm is down low, you're still getting some movement here in the armpit. Inhale yourself back to a tall spine. Exhale, release. And then we'll turn to face forward again. So just taking a moment here to gather information to see what effects the movements and the breath are having on your body. And then we'll begin to articulate through the spine a little bit more. So this time as you inhale, we're going to look up to the sky and maybe draw the shoulder blades towards one another, a little squeeze there. And then exhale, round the spine, draw the chin down to your heart and open up the shoulder blades. So we're really just focusing on those shoulder blades squeezing towards one another with the inhale, looking up, and drawing apart with the exhale, looking down. And as you inhale forward, you might kind of think about drawing your belly forward, even arching your spine. And as you exhale back, you could round your spine and draw your belly button back. Keep your arms right where they are at your sides or resting to your thighs. Or you might begin to open up the arms as you inhale and perhaps reach forward as you exhale. Just some gentle movement here in the shoulders, in the spine, keeping those heels really grounded on the floor to support your back. And again, your choice here. Do you want to keep your arms low? Or do you want to bring them closer to shoulder height? Or maybe reach them out in a strong V? Or even up towards the sky? Or maybe you might experiment a little. What does it feel like to reach up? What does it feel like to reach out? What does it feel like to reach down? What feels best in your chest, in your back, in your arms and shoulders? 3 more breaths here. And again, those hands can be resting right down to your body. Inhale, open up. Exhale, relax the arms and come back to a tall spine. And let's just roll those shoulders up and down and back a few times. And then we're going to take the feet out nice and wide here. So scoot forward to the front of your chair. If that doesn't work for your chair, you might come to the corner edge of the chair. If you're standing, you might come to a nice wide-legged stance like this, goddess pose. Either way, we're going to get a little more of a stretch here in the shoulders. So find your center here with an inhale. And then we're just going to exhale. Keep that right hand where it is and just twist into that left shoulder a bit. Maybe the right arm is straight, little pressing on the inner knee, inner thigh, and we're just stretching right here in the front of the shoulder. Breathe here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, we're going to twist a little bit to the right, just kind of straightening that left arm, little leverage here, pressing into the left thigh or knee. Couple breaths here. And then inhale back to center, and then we'll just go side to side. And you can stay up nice and tall here. You can come to a chair or to stand whenever it works for you. And you could get a little bit lower here, a little bit deeper if you want a little more sensation. So maybe dipping that right shoulder down towards the left knee and then the left shoulder towards the right knee. And think about really focusing on the dynamics of the shoulder socket, where you're feeling sensation. One more time to each side. And then we'll inhale right back up to center and very deliberately heel, toe, those feet right back under your knees. And just take a moment here to check in. And then let's get a nice little stretch in the back of the calf and the Achilles tendon. So we'll keep that left foot right under the left knee, but we're going to step that right foot back. And that right heel will be lifted, and we're just going to want to kind of draw it down to the ground. So find your tall spine here with an inhale. And as you exhale, lean forward any amount and press that right heel down to the ground. Now, if you're standing, you can hold onto a wall or a chair and just step that. I'm trying to step forward so you can see, step that right foot back and just press down into the heel. Just stretching along the back of the calf, the Achilles tendon, another breath there. And then let's do the same thing for the left side. Couple breaths here, just drawing that heel down, noticing where you feel sensation, still pressing into the right foot. You might feel sensation not just in the back of the calf, but maybe even up into your thigh. And you might just play with putting pressure into that right foot. How does that change things for you? How does that support you? And then we'll bring that left foot back under the knee and just windshield wiper those knees a little from side to side. And then one more thing here for the side body, we're going to just step that left leg out to the left. So if you're seated, pretty easy here. If you're standing, you might just turn that left foot out or bend the knee and bring the toe right to the ankle for a tree pose. Now, tree pose might be at your calf or down at your ankle, or even if the inner thigh, if that's in your practice, just don't press on the knee. And have a wall or a chair for support there. Let's keep that right hand right where it is, and inhale, reach those left fingertips up. Get really long from the left hip all the way up to the fingertips. And again, you can keep that left arm low. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, little side bend. So if you are keeping the arm extended, it looks like this. If you're keeping the arm grounded, you can keep it resting to your left hip. Couple breaths right there. Press into both heels, press into all 10 toes. Use your next inhale to reach up. Exhale, let that left hand come down. And then this time we're gonna do another little twist here. So let's bring that left hand to the right knee and turn to your right any amount. Now, it might not be a really big twist, but just whatever works best for you. Couple breaths here, long spine, really grounding into both feet. One more inhale. And let's exhale to face forward again. And then we'll shift to the opposite side. Right leg out to the right or in your tree pose. I'm going to do the side bend first. So let's reach those left fingertips up or keep them grounded at your hip. And we'll side bend over that right knee, getting nice and long here. Breathing in. One more inhale. Exhale, release. And then we'll bring that right hand to, maybe it stays on the right leg, maybe it finds the chair, maybe the left leg, and we're just gonna twist to look to the left, any amount. Breathe here. Nice long inhales, nice long exhales. Those inhales are energizing. The exhales are relaxing. So you might think about getting tall as you breathe in and softening as you breathe out. One more full breath here. And then unwind. Bring those legs to parallel again, the feet underneath the knees. And then let's just inhale, open up the arms high or low. And we're going to exhale, wrap your arms around your shoulders. Right arm on top here to start with. If you started with left arm on top, just do the opposite side when we do the left. So just kind of holding yourself here. You might walk your fingers back to your shoulder blades a little bit more. And as you breathe here, really focus on your breath in your shoulders. So you might notice some expansion in between your shoulder blades, up into your hands as you inhale. And you might be able to soften a little bit more as you exhale. Just opening up the backs of the shoulders here. And again, we're not forcing anything, we're not pushing anything, we're just finding that healthy edge where you find a nice stretch. One more full breath right here. And then let's inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, left arm on top or opposite arm on top. Walk those fingers back as far as you can without compromising your tall spine, and just hold yourself here in tenderness, in compassion. Just being a friend to yourself here. Just holding on and hugging yourself as if you're comforting a good friend. And really focus on that breath in between the shoulder blades, behind the heart, into the shoulders. Another couple of breaths here. And then let's inhale to open up. Exhale, just let those arms come down to your sides. Take a moment to just notice the rebound effect in your shoulders and in your arms here. And then one more stretch we're gonna do. This time we're gonna bring those hands behind us to interlace. So I'm just gonna show from standing. I'm just holding on to my interlaced fingers here. You could also bring your hands to your low back. And so same thing from your chair. If you need to turn so that you have a place for your hands to be, or if you can do it right with the back of the chair there, you can do that. But we're just gonna draw those knuckles down as much as we can, or again, hands on the low back here, drawing those elbows into one another, roll the shoulders back and down, squeeze them towards one another, and this time we're gonna look up towards the sky. So from seated or from standing, and if you're standing, you can maybe push your hips forward any amount. Press into both heels, all 10 toes, open up across the throat, the collarbones, the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, release, come back to your tall spine. And then we'll do that one more time, but this time we're going to interlace the fingers so that your non-dominant thumb is on top. So it might feel a little awkward, but we're going to be balanced in our stretching. So again, find your interlaced fingers. If your hands at hips, same thing. And then we're going to draw those knuckles down and look up any amount. And if you're on the chair, you might press your knuckles gently to the chair. Open up across the front of your body. Again, we're not going to 100% of our range of motion. We're just playing with the edges here. So maybe just 80%. One more inhale wherever you are. Exhale, chin to chest. Release your hands. Come back to center. Come back to resting in mountain pose. If you're standing with the hands at the sides, or maybe hands in your lap. Relax your eyes, relax your jaw, let your shoulders be heavy. Let your feet be heavy on the ground. Just one more minute here. And here we, excuse me, here we just want to focus on softening. Let go of any control of the breath. Allow your body to be soft and heavy and solid and present. Just another few breaths here. If you like, you might bring your palms to meet in front of your sternum. We call this Anjali Mudra or prayer position. And just acknowledge your efforts here today with appreciation for yourself, for showing up for yourself. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your hearts. Namaste.